Welcome back, world of YouTube, to my channel. It is your girl SwimmstaGal coming at you guys with another edition of my ink diary video. Alright, you guys, hopefully you guys had a little bit of fun with that intro like I did. But as I was saying, this is going to be the other video or the next installment of my ink diaries. So what my ink diaries is, for those of you guys that are new to the channel, is just kind of like a deep dive into some of the inks I have in my collection and what they're going to look like on different paper types. Those paper types are Archer and Olive 160 GSM paper, a 52 GSM Tomoya River paper, and Lloyd Terms cream colored paper. Those are the three paper types I use the most, so we're going to go ahead and get into it. Now, I did have one person, which is someone I talked to on the Discord that I'm on, who requested kind of like a comparison between Ferris Wheel Presses, Edward's Garden, and the ever so famous Emerald de Chivor by Jacques Herbin. So I thought it would be really fun to put them like back to back on the papers, just so we can get a better idea of what they look like in comparison to each other. Now, Jacques Herbin is, I believe, a green, blue, teal base with a beautiful shimmer. It has sheen to it and shading, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me because I might be wrong, but this is just like a very, very beautiful all around popular ink shade. A lot of people have this particular ink in their collection. I don't blame them. It is a very, very stunning ink. Put the pencil board in the back. As you do with any shimmering ink, you want to make sure you shake it, roll it between your fingers, anything you can to get the shimmer incorporated into the ink and it not resting at the bottom. Once we do that, you're going to go ahead and get your cotton swab, and we're going to start with the swatches. And this ink in particular is a very, very wet writer, at least in my experience. So I'm going to use a fan to get it to dry. We'll get to watch that in, magic camera time. We're going to speed it up for you guys, but let me go ahead and get the fan started. Alrighty then. It is dry, and luckily enough for me, I have this particular ink up in my Lamy Vista. This one has a bold nib, and I love using the Lamy bold nibs for anything shimmer. Or over here we have A&O, Tomoya River paper, and a white term. So as I wait for the writing sample to dry, we're going to go ahead and take a closer look at the A&O, the Tomoya River paper, and the Lloyd term as well. So for the A&O, you get a similar base color as you do with the Tomoya River paper. The shimmer doesn't seem to be as like in your face, like noticeable. As you can see, it's kind of like a little bit duller than what you get here, but that's also because in the Tomoya River paper, where you're getting a little bit more of that little bounce from the shimmer, you have some sheening going on, because sheening is generally when you see like a different color. It's spectacular, if you ask me, and you're getting a lot of shading on the Tomoya River paper. The Lloyd term, you do get some slight sheening from the looks of it on the areas, especially where you have a lot of ink. You don't seem to get a lot of the shading aspect. It is pretty much a consistent color through and through for the base, aside from like the little bits of sheen here and there. The shimmer is the most obvious on the Tomoya River paper. Then it would be Lloyd term, and then it would be A&O. The bright side is that it doesn't feather. So even though the ink goes down very wet, and this is a bold nib I'm writing with, as the A&O paper is not feathering, which is a really good sign. Usually it does tend to feather when you use anything that's really wet. The Tomoe River paper, you're getting again that sheening in the writing sample, as well as really nice even distribution of the shimmer. It is just an overall very beautiful ink, but as requested, we're gonna go ahead and put it up against Edward's Garden. And honestly, if I'm looking at it just like this, they look incredibly similar. Like pretty much a match for each other, if I'm honest. The base of the Emerald of Chivor is a little bit more teal, I would say, or like it has a bit more of a greener blue as opposed to the Edward's Garden, which is a bit more of a flatter blue. But if you were to have basically Edward's Garden, you kind of have a version of Emerald of Chivor, if I'm not lying, because again, this one has the gold shimmer, the teal-ish blue base, as well as the sheening aspects of it that this one does. I would just say that Emerald de Chivor has way more like shimmer that like hits you that Edwards doesn't. And depending on the lighting, Edwards comes off as more blue than this one does. But honestly, I would say Edward's Garden is a serious dupe for Jacques Herbin's Emerald of Chivor. So if you have that one, then you generally have an idea of what this one would be. However, I'm a sucker for packaging, and Jacques Herbin just does it right. Look at that. That's a really nice wax seal, like a wax-ish cap. It's a very beautiful bottle, and I don't think it's an ink you're gonna regret having in your collection, honestly. I think they both have like their beauty to them. Like I said, this one has more of a teal base. This is more of a flat blue. You know what? They're both winners to me. If you want to get either one of them, it works out. But yeah, lovely ink. I'm glad I went ahead and pitted this one up against Edward's Garden. I don't know why I keep saying it that way, but y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. I hope anyway. Other than that, if you guys enjoyed watching this video and you guys want to continue seeing videos like this, please don't forget to comment down below and let me know. I am more than happy to comply. I have a good amount of inks in my collection, so if there's any ink in particular you would like to see, go ahead and comment down below. If I have it, I'll try to do my best to make sure it's one of the next up and coming videos in this series. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to watch more. Other than that, have a great day. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.